Awesome. I love when Andrew puts me on the spot without telling me ahead of time.
Yes.
No, we're very excited about the Ag Innovation Corridor. If you saw last week the big announcement, there's been a group that's really been working hard on this over the last couple of years. But really the idea of it is to be able to put the stake in the ground of this is our region. We are a region that excels in ag tech and the importance of it. And so this ecosystem that we've been talking about today and all the people that make it up, all the businesses that make it up, being able to really tell that story to the rest of the world of what we have right here in the Red River Valley. So we're really excited about this Ag Innovation Corridor and what it will mean for the future of our community. It's really about telling our story. It's how we brand ourselves. It's how we talk about what our major is, right? And so it's very important for the rest of the world to know that story and to hear it from businesses like yourself and individuals like yourself. So we're excited to help tell that story alongside all of you through the Ag Innovation Corridor. So with that, we're going to start jumping into our speakers. The first speaker that we have coming all the way from New York, her first time in Fargo-Moorhead, so we're excited to welcome her, is Maureen Ballatori. She is the CEO and founder of Agency 29, an award-winning creative agency for food, beverage, and agriculture brands. So just what we're trying to do here, talking about marketing the region with agriculture. She will have some great words to share. So please welcome Maureen.
Hello. Let's consider this challenge, and it's a big one, especially for today's audience. According to McKinsey & Company, over the past decade, the number of farmer-facing AgTech startups has ballooned. And this is great, right? Farmers can now harness software, hardware, and service-based solutions that promise to increase efficiency, ease pain points, and lower their environmental impact. That McKinsey research found that 61% of European and North American farmers are currently using or planning to adopt one AgTech product in the next 2 years. But that statistic refers to the most common use case, which is farm management software. Overall, AgTech adoption is quite slow. Sustainability-related technology and automation and robotics lag severely at about 5% adoption. Over the next 2 years, McKinsey projects limited growth across categories, with roughly 4% of farmers saying that they plan to adopt either farm management software, precision agriculture hardware, remote sensing solutions, or sustainability-related technologies. But I am not here today with a bunch of doom and gloom. I'm here with a very optimistic outlook on AgTech. My question to ponder is, how can we make AgTech attractive, accessible, and approachable throughout the supply chain to increase adoption? I'd like to propose that a compelling brand narrative that connects to your core audience and solves a real problem can make a huge difference. So what are the challenges? Why is adoption slow? Research shows that some of the reasons why are listed here, and many of these have been discussed this week and especially over the course of the morning. But there are ways around them. I interviewed Blue White founder and CEO Ben Alfie on my podcast Spilled Salt last week. Blue White is a robotics company that can turn any tractor into an autonomous vehicle, which is pretty remarkable. They built the technology in Israel, and when they brought it to the US market, they realized that internet connectivity was a major problem here in the United States. So they adjusted their technology to work without GPS and internet connectivity. And when I asked them about their go-to-market strategy for bringing on new customers, he said that they built trust with transparency. With respect to that internet connectivity, he said that he would fix it, and 5 months later, it was fixed. Blue White just raised $39 million in their Series Seed funding, and they're finding continued success in this landscape. I'm confident that one of the major reasons why is because of their brand narrative. They also have an incredible technology. But Ben believes in the collaboration with their customers and ecosystem partners. He believes in shared values. He believes in love of the land and innovation. And he believes in building relationships with his customers, and I would argue that that has a major impact on their success. Today, your ability to be heard is dependent on your story. A compelling story, your brand narrative, shows your customer that you understand them. It shows that you care about connecting with them and that they're not just a stranger in a sea of customers that don't matter. I know this because I own a strategy and creative agency for food, beverage, and agriculture brands called Agency 29. We help clients build strong brand narratives to build trust with their customers, resulting in top-line revenue growth and bottom-line profit optimization. The key to adoption is engaging farmers early in ag innovation. Learn their story and their pain points. Work these pain points into your brand narrative, and you will find a customer that feels heard. When you understand the challenges that are faced by your audience because you know your customer and you put in the work to understand their pain points, you can address them in your brand story and show how your product and service is something that they can trust. I mention trust intentionally, and this is very important for a brand's ability to connect with its core customer. Think of this like a locked farm gate. Each challenge faced by your customer is a locked gate on the farm. Oh, I don't have internet access. I can't use your product. Or maybe they love the idea, but they don't have the capital or the people necessary to implement the innovation. Kerwin from Black Gold Farm mentioned this earlier this morning. Or let's say you have unlocked some of these in your brand narrative. Maybe they just don't trust you because they don't know you. Stranger danger is real in agriculture. When your brand narrative addresses your customer pain points and aligns your innovation as a groundbreaking solution, you and your business become someone that they can trust. When you build an emotional connection with your audience, studies have shown that they're more likely to buy from you. According to Nielsen research, ads with above average emotional response lead to a 23% increase in sales volume. Let's look at this example of a company that is addressing pain points in their brand narrative. This is a client of my agency called ProAgni. They have developed a safe, cost-effective feed and nutritional supplements that can reduce methane emissions, decrease the need for antibiotics, and save farmers money. But there's a reason why I have circled this line here, by farmers, for farmers, as one of the primary messages that ProAgni uses in their messaging strategy and their brand narrative. Because it works. Because it builds trust with their customers who have confidence that these guys get it. And not only is ProAgni getting traction on an international scale with this messaging, they're based in Australia, expanding their operations in the US at the moment, but it's bringing in big dollars. ProAgni won $1 million in the New York State Food and AgTech competition called Grow New York. We talked about unclear ROI as one of the challenges that farmers face when it comes to AgTech adoption, and I'm sure that it comes as no surprise to anyone here in the room today that farmers are expected to face tighter margins in 2024. According to the USDA, this is due to a number of factors, including decreased farm income, inflated input costs, steady but higher interest rates, geopolitical and transportation uncertainties, weather unpredictability, and commodity prices continuing to come down. Strong brand narratives communicate a real solution to a real problem that farmers are facing today. A good analogy for this concept is the idea of patching a wall in an abandoned building. Is it necessary? Is it adding value? Is it a smart allocation of resources? Of course not. Strong brand narratives are rooted in a true customer understanding that helps prospects understand how your innovation has the key to unlock that farm gate. Here's another client from my agency, Ascribe Bioscience. Their first product, Vitalix, acts as a vaccine for plants. And Ascribe was able to isolate a molecule in the soil and turn it into a biopesticide. Ascribe's brand narrative is intentionally approachable. They're using language that doesn't overcomplicate the idea, but it's also backed up by the science behind it. They too participated in the Grow New York competition that I mentioned and brought home a $500,000 investment to support their growth. They've also secured lots of additional funding as well. You must understand the functional and emotional reasons why your innovation solves a real problem for your customer, and you must message that consistently. That is what makes a strong brand narrative. Remember the farm gates. Your brand narrative helps your customer understand how your AgTech innovation is the key to their unique challenges. So how do you build a consistent brand narrative? With a brand ladder. A brand messaging strategy with a 360-degree view allows you to build those audience pain points into your brand story. It allows you to build trust with your customer because you're solving a real problem. And going back to that word, trust, that I've used multiple times throughout the conversation today, that is what builds loyal customers. I don't think there's a single person in the room today who isn't passionate about innovation and adoption. That's why we're all here. I'm a firm believer that strong brand narratives can help change the course of slow adoption by building trust and overcoming the adoption challenges one by one. Because when we know our customer and we talk to them so that we understand how we can do better, we get to the heart of solving real problems, and that is how we move the needle. Thank you.
Thank you so much.